I used to think architecture was about creating beautiful buildings, impressive facade, and innovative forms. But that perspective changed when I truly look at the education spaces around me. I realized that architecture is about justice. It's about who can enter a classroom and who is silently turned away because the design didn't consider them. My name is Nabilah Dwisepti Cahyani. I'm a student from Architecture Study Program, Faculty of Engineering and Industrial Education, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. Today, I would like to spread awareness of inclusive architecture. Indonesia is home to approximately 22 million persons with disabilities. Yet, access to inclusive education remains a significant challenge. In many cases, the barrier doesn't lie within the individual, but within environment design without considering human diversity. Education is meant to be right for all. However, school buildings can contradict this promise. When stairs have no alternative routes, when doorways are too narrow, when signage assumes everyone can see or hear, we're not just creating physical barriers, we're limiting access to futures. I visit schools where ramps are too steep to be safely used, where accessible toilet exists only on paper. When design fails to understand the full spectrum of human needs, architecture becomes a form of exclusion. This is where universal design becomes essential. It's not about creating spatial facilities for persons with disabilities. It's about designing spaces that work for everyone, without discrimination or stigma. This approach aligns with the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG 4, in inclusive education, SDG 10, on reduced inequalities, and SDG 11, on sustainable and accessible communities. Inclusive design is a both moral imperative and global commitment. It requires moving from policy to concrete action in how we design our educational infrastructure. In discussions about campus development, we often focus on what's new and advanced. But we also should ask who can actually access and use these spaces. Modern infrastructure that excludes people is not truly progressive. The impactful campus concept encourages students to address real societal challenges. This aligns with Astacita's emphasis on human-centered progress and inclusivity. Architecture in this context becomes a strategic goal for social transformation. As an architecture student, I've tried to practice this through design. One of my projects, I designed a dormitory for vocational special school, serving students with physical disabilities, applying universal accessibility principle so spaces support independence and dignity. I am also involved in an organization advocating for accessible environments. Through this experience, I've learned that students can design alternatives and demonstrate that inclusivity is both possible and practical. Student-led initiative can inspire decision makers and to prioritize universal design. After all, good architecture is measured by who it serves. When we design with everyone in mind, we contribute to more just society. Through this universal design, students have a meaningful role in ensuring development leaves no one behind. Because fair spaces are the foundation of fair futures.